Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. Today I was out on a bike ride and I saw a boat that was washed up upon the shore. And some ladies said that they've been pirating boats out of Oakland. And then I realized, yes, there's been news about this. So watch these next couple videos and the video that I took out on the bay today. I hope there wasn't too much wind. But yeah, there's real live pirates in Oakland that are stealing boats. I'm not making it up. Watch these next news stories and watch my little video. And what kind of world are we living in? You tell me. I don't know. Pirates on the bay. The Oakland Raiders have left, but there's still pirates here. Okay, I stole that joke. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Enjoy the pirates. Bye-bye, everybody. Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. Yeah, I'm still on my bicycle, and you never know what you're going to find on your getting out on. But right here on these $1 million homes, well, look what there is in their front yard. That's right. 3-hour tour ended up right here. Look at this. I know the wind's bad. I'm sorry. I'm telling you. But when you're on the bay, this is what happens. But yeah, these people that are walking their dog, they said that this boat has been here since Monday, and the Coast Guard has come and take a look at it. Let me walk over here real carefully, and you can hear it's banging up against the rocks. So, yeah, I'll be quiet for a minute if I can. Yeah, there's a battery right there. Let me zoom in on it. See the battery right there? So that's got to be a little bit toxic. And the people that were saying, I said, this could be somebody's home. So they were saying, yeah, we worry about somebody trying to move in here. But look at it, it's still got its big stern and everything. So this thing is still seaworthy, as they say, but it's banging up against those rocks. Look at that. So it's been here since Monday, and it's high tide right now, so I would like to come here at low tide and see what this looks like. Huh. Maybe that'll be my next part of my video. I don't know. I am a lazy YouTuber. So it does catch the eye of everybody around here, though. So it is kind of a attraction, as they say. So look at their little sea wind thingy-majig. So yeah, you can see everybody's looking at this boat. It is something to see here. And it's not quiet. So I'd like to come back when it's low tide and crawl ashore it. Crawl ashore it? Crawl aboard it. Look at how far this log had to come from to choose this spot. All right, well, let's not make a long video out of a lost boat. Long video out of a lost boat. No, that's a no-no. But anyway, I might as well give you one pan around. I know the wind's bad. There's the beautiful city of San Francisco. Oh, there it is banging. I just heard it. Okay, the Fog City, San Francisco, Bay Bridge. Right there is Alameda Naval Base. Pryor, Oakland. Okay, one last look at the lost ship. That's not a ship. Okay, God. Starboard. Portal. I know a couple words. All right, you know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. Let's get back on that awesome bike. Almost 700 miles on it. Well, postscript, a little more to this story now. This boat has been stolen. That's right. This lady says over in Jack London Square, the homeless have been stealing boats and stripping them. And now you can make sense. They just had a big news story. I'm going to look for that news story when I get home on the computer. But they've been stealing boats from Jack London Square and stripping them of all their brass and all their good stuff. And that's what happened here. So, wow. The story continues. Let me go home and see if I can find the story about these boats being stolen. And what kind of world are we living in where they're stealing boats and just stealing the components off the boats and just letting them go to sea? What kind of world is this? I don't know. Okay, well, I'll look for that computer story about boats being pirated. That's right. In 2023, boats are being pirated here in the San Francisco Bay. Wow, what a strange world. Bang one more time for me and I'll end this video. All right, you heard it.
Property crime in Oakland has been on the rise this year. We all know that. That's not new information, but what is unusual is where it's being reported. Year after year, robberies are up by 28% for burglaries. That number skyrockets to 44%. Most of the focus is on carjackings and business break-ins. But now, those who live aboard boats at the port say they're facing a threat of their own, an increase in attacks from pirates. John Ramus explains.
We often have a romantic notion about pirates, but when it comes to theft in Oakland, it's not really even that unusual. The same things that are happening on the land are also happening on the water. Considering all the problems Oakland is facing, now there's one more: pirates. No kidding, those who live along the estuary say there's nothing safe about living on the water.
It's every week. It's every week somebody's missing something from their boats, or either their dinghies, their outboard motors, or from their cars.
The twist is that the thieves are actually coming by way of the water, operating small boats, usually at night, to steal from the large vessels tied up at the docks. John Fordham's apartment overlooks the Jack London Square Marina.
A couple of weeks ago, I saw for the first time a high-speed chase on the water with a police boat pulling over another boat that was speeding away.
Jamie Camacho was salvaging teakwood from some old ships and says he's noticed a lot more small boats around the homeless camps at Union Point Park.
You'll wonder, well, where did they get these boats? Small boats are expensive. So I wonder where they're getting them. I don't know. Maybe they're taking what little money they have to buy them, but it's, I know a lot of friends that have had their small boats disappear and their outboard motors.
People will steal anything these days, but Damon Taylor, who maintains a sailboat near the Jack London Aquatic Center, says outboard motors seem to be the real prize.
Yeah, the motors are the thing. You got to figure even a brand new small, 10 horsepower engine is $10,000-$15,000 brand new. So even, in the black market, they'll probably be able to get at least a couple thousand for that.
And while some are calling for more police response to the area, Taylor takes a pragmatic view.
They can't handle what they can't handle on land, financially and resource-wise. They can't. So they can't. There's no Oakland Navy, I'd like to.
So Taylor and his fellow captains do all they can to keep an eye on each other's boats and run off any pirates who may show up, which, in his view, has a nice ring to it.
But I'll go with, I think it sounds cool, anyway, just to say that we have pirates around here. Since the Raiders are gone, we have nothing to, get pissed off about. So yeah, let's go with pirates then.
But the problem is a serious one. Some call these boats home, and the idea of thieves trying to enter them in the dead of night has a lot of people living in fear.
With all the other demands on OPD these days, the department only has one full-time maritime patrol officer. So with thefts increasing in recent weeks, they've reportedly begun nighttime patrols in the estuary.
Well, this is a rare one. Pirates in the Oakland estuary. The boating community says that's the best way to describe a recent crime spree involving several boats stolen in the East Bay waters. Here's NBC's Marianne Favreau.
The Oakland estuary is an 800-foot wide channel separating Oakland and Alameda, but lately the waters have been far from calm. That's because thieves have been boarding boats, snatching equipment, even stealing entire boats. Former Oakland Marina Harbor Master Brock DeLapp calls it piracy.
Over the last couple of months, it's become extremely severe. Boats are being stolen almost on a nightly basis. Residents in marinas are scared. They're talking about forming groups. They're arming themselves. Somebody is going to get hurt if this is not taken seriously by the authorities.
Craig Jacobson, president of Outboard Motor Shop, says thieves also targeted his business.
And last week we had 2 of our yachts on the property broken into and a bunch of items stolen out of the inside, and they loaded them onto one of my docks and then detached the dock and towed it up to the flotilla, and that's how we saw as our dock was floating at the flotilla with all of our stolen stuff on it.
He says he and his employees retrieved the stolen items here near Union Point Park. Some victims believe a small group of so-called anchor outs, that's people living rent-free in the estuary, are responsible for the recent crime spree targeting boat motors and more.
Boats are being stolen. The Alameda Community Sailing Center had 4 boats stolen in the last week and a half. Boats have been stolen from the Encinal Yacht Club that's impacting the youth sailing programs there.
Now, Brock DeLapp says the Oakland Police Department needs to step up patrols here.
They're not allocating what is necessary for a reasonable police presence on the estuary.
We reached out to the Oakland Police Department, which says it currently has 2 full-time officers assigned to Marine Patrol. The department says patrolling the estuary is generally a team effort between Alameda PD and Oakland PD, and says they're currently working with Alameda to address the spike in crime. People living on board boats in the area say something needs to be done to stop the piracy that's created such stormy water in an otherwise beautiful estuary. Marianne Favreau, NBC Bay Area News.
Oakland's property crime problem is spilling onto the waterfront now. Burglars are targeting boats on the Oakland estuary. We spoke to the president of Outboard Motor Shop, who says that over the last month, the problem has gotten out of control. KRON 4's Amanda Harry has details.
Work on the Oakland estuary. Police are inundated with violent crimes, burglaries, and robberies on land, leaving those on the water to take matters into their own hands.
I've tried using the police to recover them, but not had a lot of success. We've been kind of going over there ourselves and taking care of matters and stealing our stuff back from them.
President of Outboard Motor Shop, Craig Jacobson, says he and many of the marina residents believe the people committing the crimes live in some encampments along the estuary or on stolen boats.
We know 100% who was doing it and where they are and all that. We had one of them arrested last week one day with some of our stolen product. 2 days later, he's back out on his boat again.
Jacobson says Oakland police have told him they can't do much.
They sent me an email back a little while ago saying that they're just so tied up with violent crime that all their officers are on violent crime and that they don't have a lot of non-violent crime officers right now.
Oakland police said in a statement, quote, "There's been a recent spike in boat thefts. As these thefts have occurred on both sides of the estuary, the Oakland Police Department is collaborating with the Alameda PD to address this surge in crime." Alameda police say that the number of calls they receive from the marinas accounts for less than 1% of their total calls. But they know those on the marina feel vulnerable, and they're doing what they can to help. Jacobson showed me this boat that just came in. He says he's worried that someone will steal the black engine right off the back overnight.
We're trying to do everything we can to protect our stuff, but we can't be here 24/7. And, we last week had 2 boats broken into, and then they stole one of our docks that we had. They loaded all the stolen equipment on top of one of our docks and towed it over. And somebody called us and said one of our docks was over at that flotilla with all of our stolen stuff on it.
Jacobson says he believes the thieves sell most of the equipment and boats.
That was Amanda Harry reporting. Some of the people who live and work on the estuary are hoping that the police will do more patrols to prevent these crimes. But with limited resources, that may not happen.